Good morning, friends. Let's sing our good morning song. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. I'm happy to see you, and how do you do? Now, remember, while we were talking about all these things about germs, when you meet somebody, instead of shaking their hand, we're going to do the fist bumps. Remember that? So you can pretend we're giving each other a fist bump. Ready? Let's go. Good job. All right, let's see what we're going to do today. Here's your morning message. We start with hello. Today we will read Caps for Sale. Who remembers Caps for Sale? I remember. We read this book, we put on lots of caps, and we even made a movie about it. So I thought it might be fun to read it again because we liked it so much. So here's our story, Caps for Sale. Let's see what happens. This is the author that had a really hard name. Her name was Esfer Slobodkina. Hard name to say. All right. Remember our story? Here's the peddler. You remember what a peddler does? The peddler likes to sell things. And in this story, he is selling caps. Once there was a peddler who sold caps, but he was not like an ordinary peddler who carried things in a backpack on his back. He carried his things on top of his head. First, he had on his own checkered cap, then a bunch of gray caps, a bunch of brown caps, a bunch of blue caps, and at the very top, a bunch of red caps. He walked up and down the street, holding himself real straight and tall. Sit real straight and tall, pretend you've got your caps on. We don't want the caps to fall off. And as he went along, he said, caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap. One morning, he couldn't sell any caps. He walked up the street, he walked down the street, and he was calling, caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap. But nobody came out to buy a cap. Nobody even wanted a red cap. He started to feel very hungry, but he had no money for lunch. I think I'll go for a walk in the country, he said. And he walked out of town slowly, because he didn't want to upset his caps. He walked for a long time, and then he came to a great big tree and said, wow, that's a nice place to rest, he thought. And he sat down very slowly under the tree. He leaned back little by little against the tree trunk so that he didn't disturb the caps on his head. Then he put his hand up to feel if they were straight. First his checkered cap, then the gray, then the brown, then the blue, and the red caps at the very top. And they were all there. So he closed his eyes and went to sleep. And he slept for a very long time. When he woke up, oh, he was refreshed and rested. Well, what do you notice? Uh-oh, what happened? But before standing up, he felt with his hand to make sure his caps were in the right place, and uh-oh, all he felt was his own checkered cap. Oh no. He looked to the right, no caps. He looked to the left, no caps. He looked in back, no caps. He looked behind the tree, no caps. And then he looked up into the tree, and what do you think he saw? You all probably remember what happened. Let's see if you remember. On every branch sat a monkey. On every monkey was a gray or brown or blue or red cap. The monkeys took all the caps. Oh no, the poor peddler. The peddler looked at the monkeys. The monkeys looked at the peddler. He didn't know what to do. And finally, he spoke to them. And he took his finger and he shook it at the monkeys and he said, "You monkeys, you give me back my caps." But the monkeys shook their fingers back at the man and went, "Tss, tss, tss." Uh-oh. Did he get his caps? Not yet. Well, this made the peddler angry, so he shook both of his hands at them and he said, "You monkeys, you give me back my caps." But the monkeys took their hands and went, "Tss, tss, tss." Didn't get his caps back yet, did he? Now he felt quite angry. He stamped his foot and said, "You monkeys, you give me back my caps." But the monkeys stamped their foot and went, "Tss, tss, tss." Uh-oh. Still didn't get his caps back. By this time, the peddler is really very, very angry. He stamps both of his feet and he shouts, "You monkeys, you give me back my caps." But the monkeys shook their head, stamped their feet, and went, "Tss, tss, tss." Uh-oh. Well, at last, he became so angry that he took his own cap off, he threw it on the ground, and started to walk away. But then, each monkey took off their cap. All the gray caps, the brown caps, the blue caps, the red caps came flying out of the tree. They threw their hats on the ground just like the peddler had done. Do you remember monkey see, monkey do? We talked about that. So the peddler, now that all the hats were on the ground, he picked his caps up and put them back on his head. First his black checkered hat, then the gray caps, then the brown caps, the blue caps, and at the very top, the red. And slowly, slowly, he walked back to town calling, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." And he was so happy because now he has all his caps back. And that's when we talked on, when we read this book in school, we were talking about monkey see, monkey do. How when the man did something, the monkeys wanted to imitate him and do it also. All right, before we go today, let's sing a song. And I thought maybe we'd do our 5 Little Ducks. Sing with me. Yeah. Maybe. Here we go. Okay. Get ready. Get your 5 up.
Little ducks went out one day, over the hill and far away. Mother duck said quack, 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 but only 4 little ducks came back.
Tuck your thumb.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 little ducks went out one day, over the hill and far away. Mother duck said quack, 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 but only 3 little ducks came back. 1, 2, 3. 3 little ducks went out one day, over the hill and far away. Mother duck said quack, 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 but only 2 little ducks ducks came back. 1,
2.
2 little ducks went out one day, over the hill and far away. Mother duck said quack, 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 but only one little duck came back.
1.
One little duck went out one day, over the hill and far away. Mother duck said quack, 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 but none of the
Close your
5
hand,
little
there's
ducks
nothing
came
there.
back.
None. She's sad.
Sad mother duck went out one day, over the hill and far away. Mother duck said quack, 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 and all of the 5 little ducks came back. 5 little ducks went out one day, over the hill and far away. Mother duck said quack, 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 and all of the 5 little ducks came back.
Yay! She's so happy to have her babies back. Good job, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the story Caps for Sale and her song, and I'll see you next time. Stay healthy. Bye.